Hi, good morning everyone. It's Teriann with Teriannetime. So today I'm going to be doing the second half of my Fall Decor tour, and the other day I took you through my living room. If you haven't seen that video, it is up, and that just takes you through my living room and dining room area and just shows you some of the fall decor items that I have placed around that room. So today we'll be doing the family room and the kitchen, and I'll just get started here and just show you my spray of fall flowers and berries and pine cones that I put on my front door, and there it is there. And again, I'm here in my entry hall just to show you again what I have here in my entry hall, just a little collection of Halloween and fall items. I have a little floral arrangement there, and it sits over this pretty picture that is also kind of reminiscent of fall with the beautiful fall leaves on the trees. Then I'll just move over here and I'll just show you quickly. If you haven't seen that video and you would like to see it, this is my living room and dining room area, and like I say, I do have a video up showing everything kind of in detail in this room. So moving on down the hall, just to show you kind of the flow of the room, of the home. This is a pretty picture that I'd like to show you. I've had this hanging in my entry hall for many years, and it's just a Victorian type picture with a pretty young girl sitting on a banister of a Victorian home. She's gazing out at us, and she has beautiful Victorian dress on and hat and a beautiful red sash, kind of a crimson color to go in with the beautiful flowers on the bush that sits in front of her. So this picture I love. It's been sitting here in my hallway for many years. So just have a little table here, my little birds. And so then I will take you now into the family room, and this is my family room. It's a really nice, comfortable room. I really, enjoy being in here on a daily basis, and it's a great room to sit and have coffee in the morning because I can hear the birds outside. Looks into my kitchen area. But let's get started here. I just have here on my coffee table a pretty simple little decoration, but it's just a little sparkly spider web type of decoration, and I just put a little green vase over that with some silk flowers and surrounded it with little pumpkins. And then over here, just have a little, again, spray of fall flowers on that little table. And another little stem of fall flowers here. And then here, on top of this old refrigerator, I've had this for many years. I bought it a long time ago at an antique show near my home, and I fell in love with it and convinced my husband to get it home somehow. And quite frankly, I can't remember exactly how we got it home, but we did get it home, and I love it. It's a real old-time refrigerator. That top, when you open it, it has the original container that is to hold a big block of ice, and this is the way. I need to dust that a little bit and also probably polish it up, but you would put your food down here in the lower portion, and it says if you can see there, Alaska on the little plaque. So you would put your food in the lower portion, and the upper portion would hold the ice and even some bottles of milk bottles or whatever type of whatever type of bottles you want to keep in there. It has a little compartment for the bottles, so it's kind of interesting, and I love it. So here it sits in my family room. Here's my little pumpkin that I showed you in a previous video. It has a little stem of fall leaves sitting inside, and then up here I just have little it's a little wooden slated plaque that has a little owl, and it says welcome. I thought he was really cute. And then these little lanterns, I've had these for many years, and I just have one of those little battery operated candles inside, and at night when those are lit inside these lanterns, it's really pretty. It gives a beautiful glow to the room. And then this one here just says Harvest Greetings, and that is something I just bought in the last few weeks. I think I bought these at the either the dollar store, or I think it was the dollar store. And so here's my fireplace, but I do need a new fireplace screen, and I'll be getting that very soon. I have just a little mirror over my fireplace area. And then if you remember, I showed you this pillow cover in another video. Well, I have it sitting here today on my sofa with a collection of other pillows, but it's just the perfect color, pulls out the colors in my sofa a little bit. And then over here I have just a little plant stand with a little miniature cream and sugar there. It's a little older piece. My little angel, and then a picture of myself with my granddaughter. And this chair is a very old chair. When my son was little and attending preschool, he went to a preschool that was on an estate, and it wasn't really anything, not a fancy preschool or anything, but they did want to utilize the property, so they put a preschool on it. And it was a large estate, had many buildings on the estate, on the land, and they finally wanted to renovate the main house. So they were pulling out all the old pieces of furniture, and many of them were heavily damaged. And so this chair was ready to be tossed away, and it was sitting outside, and the workers were there, and I just happened to be there that day, and I saw this chair. Of course, it didn't look anything like this, but it was still, the wood was still fine. It was still in good condition in terms of the bones of the chair. So I said, "Oh, please, you're not going to really toss that?" And they said, "Oh, yes, we are." And I said, "Well, I'd be happy to take it and try and reupholster it and refinish the wood, and it would be beautiful." So they said, "Well, be our guest." So I was very fortunate to be able to obtain this beautiful chair, and I did have it reupholstered, and then I had the arms and legs refinished. So it's been sitting in my home for the last 20 years. And I really love that chair. It kind of reminds me of the days when my children were young. So, and then I'll just show you on this side. I just have some pictures here on this little table. It's actually just a bookshelf with a couple of little drawers, but I just placed it there under my tile sink area because I really don't like stools sitting there, so I thought this was a good place to place something like that, like a bookshelf. So I just have some little lights there and the pictures of my grandchildren. And up here I just have a floral arrangement in a beautiful crimson and tangerine colored flowers, and the little plant holder is just something I bought at Michael's, and it's actually just tin, you can hear, and but it's got just a perfect color to be sitting in here and holding those beautiful flowers. So, and here I just have a couple of little pumpkins and my plant that sits on a chest, another little oriental chest that I've had for many years. So now I'll just take you into the kitchen. I don't know if you can hear the birds outside, but like I say, I have so many birds in my backyard, and they just are wonderful to listen to in the morning when I'm sitting there and having my morning coffee. Move slowly through here, and I'll just show you my kitchen real quickly here. Turn out this light. This is my breakfast table, and I just put a little old-fashioned tablecloth over it, and here's that little decoration again, the same as I have on the coffee table in my family room, with some fresh fruit sitting on top, and these little plastic candy dishes that I showed you in the other video. And here they are. They're great for holding candy and nuts or whatever you like, cookies. And then here I just have another little lamp and just some pictures. And here's that little pumpkin that's the same as the maple leaf, and they come in 2 pieces. I think that came from the dollar store, and they're really pretty. They sparkle, and you just put the 2 pieces together and you have a nice little decoration. So that's my kitchen breakfast table area. So here's another good view of the floral arrangement, and it's great because it hides my kitchen faucet and my kitchen sink from the family room. And in here I just put up some pretty little lights, and here's the trays that I told you about. They're just those little plastic trays, but they have such beautiful colors in them and such a beautiful little setting with a pumpkin pie, a pear, grapes, apples. So they just look pretty propped up. Step back so you can get a full view. And over here I just have another one of those little trays. And again, it just shows beautifully with a candle in front of it. So that is the tour of my kitchen and my family room. And I thank you so much for joining me today. And during this season, make sure you take good care of yourselves. Don't get overtired, with all the shopping, the cooking. And thank you so much for coming by today. Take care. I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.